What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay back at it again, and today we got How to Chase Your Dreams Without a 9-to-5 by Virgo. Y'all know what the deal is, man. Follow me on both Jay's here and Jay's there. And without further ado, let's get right into this video.
All have the goal to just sustain yourself off the thing that you're passionate about. But the reality is, a lot of people just can't jump straight into making enough money to live off in the beginning. So here I am today with a guide on how to make money while chasing your dreams while also not working full time. I feel like the image of a struggling up and coming artist has been poeticized, and I can say personally that I even had a time period where I felt like I needed to struggle to fit an image or feel worthy of success. But in the past 6 months, I found a way to fund my dreams while I achieved them. And here's the best part, I still feel happy and fulfilled. Before I explain though, make sure you go check out my second channel, Alex the Virgo Commentary, where I talk about more commentary, pop culture based topics. Subscribe, link is in the pinned comment. With that though, let me explain how to fund your dreams.
All right, let's get it.
The first thing you need to identify is some sort of skill or intrinsic value that you bring. You may want to be a movie director one day. So right now you might have a skill that brings value, such as videography. Or if you're like me and do YouTube, a skill you had to master over the years is thumbnail making, SEO, video editing. I remember one day after countless hours of video editing, I really thought to myself, well damn, I'm a pretty talented editor. I wish I could at least get paid for my work. And then the universe in an ironic way kind of letting me know, I got you, bro. I'm gonna make sure you can achieve your dreams and still be happy while in pursuit. Gave me the idea to scroll on YouTube one day, and I happened to come across a creator that needed editing. I applied for the job and I got it instantly. And it's like I kind of already knew I was gonna get it as soon as I sent in my application. I don't know why, but that's just the way the universe works. And while at this time I still wasn't making any money off my own channel, I still was able to make money off content creation via editing for this creator. And it was all because I identified a skill.
Yeah, that's good, because like you were gonna end, that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's like an entry level job if we're talking about editing. So not only are you getting your foot in the door when it comes to YouTube and content creation, but you're also leveling up your editing because you're consistently practicing it, you're making money off it as well. So it's like a double deal on some stuff.
And then used it, which leads me to my next point. When you identify a skill that you are good enough at, you want to market it, network it with other people. I know a lot of people frown upon the idea of wanting to work while also wanting to be their own bosses, but look at it like this. Would you rather scrub the floors at McDonald's while waiting to blow up as an artist, or would you rather be a studio assistant? Exactly. If you're gonna have to work, it's better to be as close as possible to doing the thing you actually want to do. Because
absolutely,
even if you're not doing exactly
like if
what
you want to be
you're still building familiarity with other skills that
damn spacebar work, nigga. If you want to be a popular YouTuber, it's best to work with other YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting experience and all that shit.
You're gaining more connections. You're just getting more comfortable in the business. I mean, there's so much that I've learned about YouTube, how to edit, what to add into a video, what not to add into.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about editing just off watching videos and doing it myself, bro. I've been consistently making videos for how long now? Let me look at this. I'm on my main channel, by the way. I'm not even looking at the Jay's Dare channel, which has also been getting a good amount of views as well, right? This channel, I've been doing this consistently for like what, the first vid that I dropped was a year ago. It was exactly a year ago. It was like mid-October. And it was Sung Jin-woo was built different, right? You know, I'm gonna just pull it up on the actual computer instead of looking on my phone on some shit. I'm gonna just do it that way, right? Because what he's saying here is true. You want to be as close as possible to your dream career while also making enough money, because you do not want to be, you want your job to align to your passion. You want, right? You want everything to align to your dream life. If you are doing actions and having ways of thinking that don't cause the reality that you desire or result in that reality, then you're doing something wrong, right? Because I've been uploading on this channel somewhat consistently for a year. First video, right? These two were videos. This was the chess video. Obviously, I didn't want to be a chess channel. I was just uploading this for, you know, the love of the game, see what worked, see what didn't, right? But obviously, I shifted. This was an old intro that I made on one of my old channels. This was an old intro. This was another old intro. So I had you know, these were just old uploads I wanted to get out. Then this was the first video I watched. It had gotten like, when they first posted, no views. This was just that, but a changed thumbnail to try to hack the system, no views. This, no views, right? This was the first video where I think I had a substantial improvement. when it came to intro and editing, right? This was the video that started, you know what I'm saying, actually doing solid, right? This got, I think, like 600 plus views when it came out. This smaller video, right? Made this one in like 2 days. This one, another Bleach vid, right? Back to back black Bleach vid, right? Compilation. This was a little mustard edit, because this was when the GNX released, you know what I'm saying, big, very big album. Capitalize on that. This first video past 1K, followed up with this, then this, then this, then this, and then as you can see, my quality has improved substantially. Like, I'm just gonna play this video. I'm gonna just play this video to show y'all niggas how much.
Where the fuck my blunt? Where the fuck my
Cut, where the fuck my reef? This was actually a pretty good intro, I'm not gonna lie.
The fight starts with the camera showing Frieza with his back against the wall, and this is nothing new. Ever since his fight with Goku on Namek, this nigga has gone 0 for 4 with all his fights, and like usual, this man is getting his ass. Look at the footage. This man was getting stomped out by a CTE patient, bro. This is crazy work. However, for some reason, this man is cheesing, smiling ear to ear like we ain't watched this dude just get the Violet Mara stream straight pounding.
That is wild.
Yep, he powers up to Super Saiyan and immediately takes an attack from Broly, but Gogeta bounces back with the quickness for a punch to the chest, and after some clashing, Gogeta takes...
Yeah, look at that, right? Compared to one of my newer videos. To the most, I'm gonna just look at the most recent one I dropped.
EJ, play my shit.
Ichigo Kurosaki gotta be one of the coldest characters to ever do it when it comes to pulling up. This man, no matter the occasion, the severity, or the anomaly of the... Yeah, I feel like off rip, my editing flows better. And the audio is easier to hear. And, like, I think the vibe is overall better. Situation will pull up in the coldest fits known to man. I already talked about it in my Get to Guguchi series, but this nigga stayed dripped out. And our first example... Yeah, that is definitely improvement. That is 100% improvement. And I'd say Alex the Virgo has also improved as well with editing, commentary, stuff like that. Because I've been watching this dude on and off for a couple months at this point, right? I found this dude's channel through watching Young Dawn, right? Because I know Young Dawn reacted to a good amount of these dudes' vids, and I know that their ways of thinking there's a lot of overlap because they both believe in, you know, manifestation and, you know, doing actions that would align to your desired reality and whatnot.
What time to post, where to place my ads, how to go about titling, how to capitalize on trends, just based off for me being a creative director and editing for other YouTubers, getting connected with other YouTubers based off that connection, and just all these different people pouring into my mind.
Yeah, you learn through watching videos and by doing it. Like, I would not be good at editing or improved in editing if I just watched videos on how to edit. No, I had to take that, do my own, you know what I'm saying, research. Then I had to actually do the thing, which was to write scripts, record audio, edit audio, then edit the actual audio to make videos. Like, I had to do that. That was a whole process to figure out what worked and what didn't.
Just due to me being into close proximity of them. So this is why you have to find that skill and market it. Find somebody locally. If you get lucky, find somebody famous and just shoot your shot. For me, what I did besides just editing for other bigger creators online, I also started to find local businesses who are trying to reach younger demographics or who are trying to start up a social media page but didn't really know where to start. And now I partner with them since I know how to utilize social media, since I literally do it all the time, and I help them utilize social media with their businesses to reach a whole new demographic locally. I'm not only making money, but I'm also building real connections and getting free incentives. So you got to get out there, slide into a DM, email somebody, email their manager, because there are always people.
Yeah, man, shoot your shot. Worst case scenario, you get rejected. Best case, you got the opportunities to get shit done, bro.
Looking for other people to do a service, and when you do it well, they're more than happy to pay you for it. Which leads me to my next point. The money you do make, learn to budget it. Anytime you make money, take a certain amount and set it aside, even if that's just $20. You're always gonna need a rainy day fund. Because for instance, my car alternator just went out. That shit cost me $300. I'm still mad at my car right now as we speak. But luckily I had a rainy day fund and I was able to pay it like it was nothing and not be stressed and saying, oh my God, I have no more money. But that's because I've always set money aside, because you never know what happens. Like my mom always says, life just happens sometimes. And the reason I have to stress this is because when you choose to do work as an independent contractor and work for yourself, yourself. Unlike a consistent job, sometimes there's dry periods. Sometimes there's nobody that needs work right now.
Definitely. There's periods like, there's 100% periods in this YouTube shit where it's dry as fuck. Some days you might get hundreds of thousands of views, hella shorts. Your channel going crazy. And then other videos, they're dry, man. Nigga, that's just how it works. That's what you realize when it comes to this game, right? I've had to accept that. You know, you put a lot of work in a video, it looks like it flops. You know, it doesn't get a lot of views. You don't want to spend all day trying to craft that video, make it perfect. You just got to take the L and keep it pushing. I mean, like, if you look at a YouTube channel, you'll see them, like, a lot of these channels, they'll have a video with, like, hundreds of thousands of views, like 500,000 some views. And then they'll also have a video that has, like, just over, like, 10K, right? There's outliers. There's videos that do really good. There's videos that do really bad. Things of that nature, right? You just gotta keep making content. Just keep making content. Just keep pushing that shit out.
Sometimes nobody's answering the calls. So the worst thing you can have for these periods is no backup money to cushion you, or no backup.
That's why I say, if you want to do YouTube, be an entrepreneur, you gotta invest, bro. You gotta invest. Set aside a savings account. Save your money. Budget your shit. Have like a set limit for the amount of money you want to spend each month on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, put actions into place that would facilitate a desired reality in which you are wealthy and independent, right? A person who is wealthy has money set aside just in case. A person who is wealthy has good investments. A person who is wealthy acquired or has acquired profitable assets, right? You need to move in a way like you've already won, and then you'll start winning. That's just how it works, my nigga. That's just how reality's gonna do. Like, if you imagine yourself as a guy who gets no hoes, who gets no attention from girls, well, guess what? You're not gonna get that attention. Like, no guy has ever been like, I can't bag a bad chick, I don't want girls, they don't want me, I'm terrible, and then magically ran into a Beyonce, a Megan Fox, a SZA, a Lotto. That shit just doesn't happen. The guy who bags a woman of that caliber, at least from a looks perspective, is a guy who's very confident, believes he can get basically any girl he wants to, so long as he put his energy and mind towards it. That's how that works. It's the same thing with entrepreneurship. If you believe you'll never be successful, you believe that you're just gonna stay on the bottom, then guess what? You're gonna stay on the bottom, because you're gonna get more of what you are, bro.
Or job you can fall back on, which leads me to my last and I think the most important point for this video. Open your mind. A lot of people feel like with success or the way they want to live their lives is an all-in, all-out type of thing. If I want to be a rich person, then I must endlessly grind without a job and try to run up an e-commerce store. No, guy. I used to feel like there's no way I'd ever work a job. But after doing a lot of physical labor jobs like cutting grass, helping people move, and just a bunch of other stuff that like I just really didn't want to do, I realized that I just really love this craft. I really love content creation, videography, editing, putting videos together that people enjoy. And it doesn't matter if I'm doing YouTube or if I was doing that for movie sets, if I was doing that for the news. As long as I'm doing that, I'll always be happy and fulfilled. So if an opportunity came for me to work, I'm not gonna say full-time because obviously YouTube is always gonna be my first and end goal. But if it was like part-time and it fit into what my life is right now, I'd take the opportunity, because there's nothing wrong with working while you're trying to chase your dreams, or even if you're not trying to chase dreams and that's just what you want to do. As long as you can wake up every day and you feel like you don't want to blow your brains out and you can actually afford a cheeseburger and some deodorant, do it. I feel like social media has tricked us into feel like working a normal job or driving a 300,000.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with working a regular job, especially if you're trying to get your bread up and be consistent with like your side hustle that you want to turn to your main hustle, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having options, having backup plans on some shit. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a thing where you want to go all in on something and bet your life to get some shit done because you know you're going to succeed. I understand that mindset as well, but you also don't want to be stupid. Like, you want to have enough money to where you can buy food. If something was to happen to your car, you wouldn't be able to pay that shit off without going into crazy amounts of debt, right? So like I already said, like Alex already said, have money in the back, have money saved up on some shit.
$100,000 Toyota Camry that has a bad alternator, you know what I'm saying, with dim headlights, you know what I'm saying, there's something wrong with that. But honestly, it's like, that's normal. Bro, I was so closed off and disgusted at the idea of working that I felt like I missed so many opportunities, not even work related, because I was avoiding not working for so long. So the biggest lesson I hope you guys can take from this is to open yourself to the possibilities of life. God is always showing you ways for you to be able to accomplish the thing you want to do, but it may not always happen the way you think it will. You may want to be a rapper, but you gotta work. But guess what? In you working, you might end up like, I don't know, landing a job being a security at a concert, and who knows, you might walk past Lil Baby at the end of the concert while he's leaving. You play him your music, he likes it, he invites you to the studio, you freestyle, and then you know he's like, I like this guy. He signs you. You never know. So stay open, and most importantly, know it's all internal. You create and attract reality, not the other way around. So with that though, go check out my second channel, Alex the Virgo Commentary, where like I said, I talk about topics like this somewhat.
Yeah, hey, yo, shout out Alex the Virgo, man. I think he one of the, you know what I'm saying? I'll follow Alex the Virgo. One of the best creators, one of the best newer creators on this platform. But with that being said, it's your boy Jay. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed.